Well, it's Monday, and that means it's time for another mantra here on the Intentional Midlife Mom podcast. A mantra is an empowering statement, kind of your marching orders. And I love to share these on a Monday because it sets you up for success throughout the week. It is a great place to park your thoughts and have your thoughts revisit when they kind of get away from you, when life comes in and messes with you and messes with your plans and messes with the plan. This is going to be a mantra that helps you always focus on just going forward. Like forward. That's the only thing that matters is forward. So, let's jump in and hear what it is. Well, hey there, I am Jennifer Roskamp, a certified life coach and homeschool mom of 9 who is passionate about helping women just like you embrace the here and now while also being focused on creating the life you actually want. As a midlife mom in her 40s, about to be a mom in my 50s, I've realized that it's so easy to lose yourself in caring for your family, your home, and all the things. Until one day you realize you're not even sure who you are anymore or what you even want in life. So, on this podcast, we're going to work on managing yourself well so that you can manage all of the other things and people well too. So, let's dive into what it means to manage your home, your time, your family, and yourself well. This is the Intentional Midlife Mom podcast. Well, what I know to be true is a lot of times we can get ourselves stuck. We can find it so hard to take action. And the reason is because a lot of times we feel like we kind of try to have ourselves get it all figured out before we take action. Before we take that first step, we like to know the plan. We like to be able to calculate the costs. We like to be able to know or have some sort of prediction about the outcome. And in reality, there are plenty of times that we have to take blind action. There are times where we really don't know what it's going to look like at all to get to wherever it is we're trying to go. And sometimes it's hard to know where it's even going to end. This is always information that is nice to have, but it's not always information that we actually will have. And so the mantra for today is all about being focused on moving forward. It's on looking ahead and not necessarily do you have to have it all figured out. And so that's what this mantra is all about. It's about keeping your focus on doing what you can and not worrying about what you can't. So here is the mantra. What is my first best step? What is my first best step? You don't have to know what the right step is because that's where we can get ourselves into trouble sometimes as well. Because we want to know what the right step is. Again, we like to have certainties, we like to have guarantees. And if it doesn't feel like there's going to be enough benefit in it, whatever it is, if it doesn't feel like there's going to be enough benefit in it for us, or if we have a hard time calculating or predicting what that benefit's going to be, it just all feels too big or too scary or too hard or too overwhelming or too unknown. And so we don't. And so here we are on a Monday when you've got a whole week ahead of you. I love Mondays. I really do. Usually my Mondays aren't too hairy. Usually it's my Tuesdays that tend to go a little wonky. My Mondays are usually pretty tightly planned. They're pretty tightly packed. And so there really isn't a lot of opportunity for life to come in and mess with things too much because there's just not even the wiggle room for that. But I do love having this entire blank slate of a new week in front of me. And this mantra really speaks to, again, here we are on a Monday. Let's start off strong and let's get some tools. Let's get this tool in our tool belt so that we have it as we go throughout the week. Again, it's this tool that's going to help us keep the focus on the idea that we don't have to have it all figured out. We don't have to even know what the next step is beyond that first one. What is my first best step? And then you set out and you do that one. And then when you do that, you ask the question again. You say, what is my second best step? And you do that. Sometimes it's baby stepping our way through mantra or empowering statement, action step. mantra or empowering statement, game plan for just one step, then you take it. Then it's a game plan or a plan for another step, and then you take it. And when that's done, you plan the next step and you take it, and the next one, and you take it. And on we go. The perfectionist in me likes to have the whole roadmap. And so if you can relate to that, know that you are not alone. I like to have the whole roadmap and again, have it all figured out. But if there's one thing I've learned in my 50 years of life, not to mention as being a mom of 9, it's that there's a lot of times when you don't know the plan. And even if you think you know the plan as it comes to be, well, it doesn't end up actually playing out that way either. So, what is my first best step? That's your mantra for today. Let it guide you through a week of intentional choices, a week of intentional planning what you can, doing what you can, and letting go of the rest. What's my first best step? And going on from there. That's what I had for you today. Make it a great Monday and make it an intentional week.